Hello and welcome to the core class today. What we're using today is going to be using a long resistance band. As I keep going on about it, it's a really good piece of equipment. It really focuses you on your movement and the precision of those movements, and today we're going to be using it because we're using our core as well. We're also going to be using a set of weights, so if you haven't got a band, do not worry. I will be showing to you what you can do with a set of weights instead. We will be getting on the floor, so you will need a mat, grab a bottle of water as well. Each circuit is going to be 50 on, 10 seconds off. That's that quick change around into the next one. And what you're going to notice about each round is it uses the same sort of groups of muscles in each, obviously with the core as well. Okay, so if we've got all that, I'll just explain it as we go. Okay, so if you're ready to go, we're going to go in 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's just get that little roll round. Yeah, give me a little reach up. Again, now my hips to the front, my zip and hollow already on. Good, I'm going to do a little step touch here, just out and back. Just grabbing that air, pulling it back. Now do that with an up and squeezing it into the waist. Just a quick warm up today, just to get a little bit of movement going before we start using those bands or those weights. Lovely, good. Okay, just a little roll of the arm here. Really feel that you've got your core pulled in and ready to go. Straighten off that front leg for me. I'm going to dip over it. So remember, you're going to push your bottom back and coming up and again down. So that 8 minutes on each round is really going to build up that strength and build up that endurance as well. Okay, coming up, back, planting that foot, getting that little stretch out on the calf. Lovely, good, and then I come over that front leg and coming up. Just bending over, pushing your hips back, and I'm going to do one more here. Lovely, good. I'm going to do a little leg curl. Just squeeze on that leg curl for me. Stretch out that front of that thigh, get that hamstring and that glute working for you. Good, and then we're going to come up with that knee and squeeze and across. Yeah, I've got another 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to go into a squat here. Just that squat, knee up, squat, knee up. And I'm going to expand that into a kick. So do that squat, kick out. I do not lean back at the top. Squeeze on those glutes. Lovely, good. I'm coming up on my toes here. Just a nice big circle. Open out the ankles now. Feel it in the calves. And coming back in. Are we ready to start our exercises? In 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good work, well done. Our 2 exercises. 50 seconds on, 10 seconds to get into that next piece of equipment and that next positioning. My first one, an inchworm on the way out. Optional, drop down into a commando, come back up and walk back. Give me a little squeeze at the top. Okay, 50 seconds. 10 seconds. I come down onto my bear, with or without a weight. And I'm going to show you the bear one. Here, give me that little lift. Or, if you prefer, an out and an in. And again, 50 seconds. So again, it's going to be a lot about shoulders, it's going to be a lot about core as well. Okay, are we ready? Leave yourself that little space and we will get going. I'm going to put that timer on now. Here we go. 5. Lovely, good. Out into that commando. So I'm dropping down. I work my way out into that nice plank with my bottom low, coming back up. I can feel that work transferring from one side to the other. Give me that little squeeze at the top. Lovely, good. Coming down into that nice plank position. Don't hurry it. Up and down without your hips lifting or twisting. And push. Good. Try and keep those hip bones towards the floor all the time. Walking it back. Coming forward. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Well done. I get into that bear stance with or without a weight on my back. Now your bear can be straight up and down. I'm going to do the first ones. Straight up and down. I tuck my toes under. I take my knees off. So you'll notice here, our core, our pecs and our shoulders all working for us. Now again, out. If you want to extend that, remember you have to keep your bottom low, otherwise you're going to notice it's going to, weight comes towards the back of your head, which you do not want to happen. Lovely, good. Core really pulled in here. Just remember, core integral to all of these exercises. Lovely, good. Last little bit now. Out into that plank, back in, otherwise you'll just be coming up and down. And I suggest taking the different leg in each time because there's a lot of weight over that one, the leg that comes in first. Okay, are we ready? Into that walk out. Okay, here we go. Taking that walk out into that plank position. I drop down, I come up, and I walk it back. Remember, you have got 8 minutes on each circuit. So 4 minutes of work on each exercise. Go up and down. And push back. Up. I really try and keep my hips steady. My feet just right on my hips here. 3, 2, 1. Good work. I'm back into my box shape. Working my way to the middle of this first circuit. Doing good. Here we go. So my first few, just to get used to the positioning there. My core pulled in so my back does not change shape. Therefore that weight does not move around either. Okay, if you want to come out, you just get me that bear lift. Step out. Step back in again, and then do me that drop. Arms working hard for me as well. Keeping it nice and steady. Up. Really feel that belly button pulled into the spine here. And drop. Three, 2, 1. Good. Our first 4 minutes of work done. We ready for that inchworm and then that commando? Okay, so here we go. We're down. Into that plank. Do me the drop. Nice and even on both hips. Come all the way back up and give me that little squeeze at the top. Again, you can alternate the arms that you go down with first. That's it, so we're really working those arms as well. Core keeps us just nice and stable. All the way out. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Bring ourselves up into that 6th minute of work. Okay, here we go. Remember, just get that bear under control. Remember that your knees are directly underneath your hips here. And get me that lift. This one is better with a heavy weight here, because it does tend to be wider and then just really gets that positioning on the waist right, my back waist. Okay, again, you can come up, go out and in. You can do it all the way through like this. You can do a bit of both, whatever works for you. Remember, we're just working on that endurance. Very little recovery on here, just that 10 seconds to get yourself into that new position each time. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Are we ready? Our last 2 minutes. And then we're going to get that little kicker which involves lying on your back. Okay, here we go. We're down. We're in. Dropping down, coming back up. Walking all the way back. Getting that little squeeze at the top. Coming back down again. Into my plank. That's it, lovely. Don't let your lower back drop or come up too far. Squeeze up at the top. Out, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Are we ready for our last bit, which is our bear, and then we're on our backs. Just that little kicker before we start on the next exercise. Okay, so we're up and down. So again, you could just be doing the bear, straight up and down if you feel this is enough, especially if you've got that weight there. Otherwise, you can tend to come up. We're up, we're walking out, we walk back in again. Just notice when you walk back in, that first leg has a lot of weight over it as that second leg comes in. So you may want to alternate that. Legs and arms working hard for me, with my core always constant. Good work. I'm ready here for the last few seconds now. We're in single figures. Up, out, out, in, and well done. Lovely, good. Okay, we're coming over onto our back. Carefully take that weight off, and we're going to do 50 seconds of on our back here with a cycle of the legs up and over. Remember what I say about the elbow being nice and open. Okay, are we ready to go? Here we go. A few seconds left. Coming up, getting everything ready. Long abs working for me. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay, so again, don't rush it. Don't rock your hips. Keep that sip and hollow on. So I know my obliques have to work each time. Get me up and over. Just warming up those abs for my next bit. Remember, it's the shoulder that comes up and over, not the elbow coming across your face, not your hips rocking. I'm really keeping that under control with my core all the time. Last few seconds now. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And good work. Well done. Okay, on my next one, I am going to be using the band. If you have not got a band, you can use it with a weight instead. Okay, so my band here, my knees always stay bent. I do that roll down, I do that roll up, all the way to here before I get a tricep kickback using my own body here as the stabilisation. So it's that roll and that roll. If you don't want to do it like that, you can either do me a sit-up or roll. If you've got that weight, roll up, all the way up to the top, tricep lift. Then I'm coming back down again. So remember, you've got 4 times to really perfect that. Okay. Are we ready? The next one's going to be a sit-up after that, and I'm going to use the band around the back of my head. So again, abs in all of this. Okay, are we ready? I'm going to roll down first. So remember, when I roll down, my core really pulled in. Okay, here we go. That roll down, my knees are still bent, my shoulders hit the floor, but my head does not. I come all the way up. I'm using my own strength to get that tricep kickback. Yes, I'm coming up. And then it's that kick back. Good work. So again, if you want to do that roll up, if you can get all the way up to there with that weight, then do with a tricep drop behind your head, if you don't happen to have a band. That roll, I'm rolling through that lower part of the spine. Here we go, we're down into single figures now. behind my head. And I wear it wide so I can really relax my head in this band. And then I can really focus on my sit-up, that curl up each time. Taking my shoulder blades off the floor. If you do not have a band on here, you can do me a normal sit-up with that squeeze. Remember, it's going to be 50 seconds all the way through. Here, I'm really trying to relax my head into that wide piece of band. And what you'll notice here is that your triceps get a second lot of work because they have to hold the weight of your head. There, and then get that curl up for me. Squeeze it through using those long abs. Well into my second minute of work now. Remember, there's a repetition on all of this in what muscles we are using. I can already feel that weight of my head in the backs of my arms because I'm not pulling that head up. I'm just supporting it with my arms. 3, 2, 1, and good work, well done. I'm coming up. I've got that band quite long, around the bottom of my feet there. My knees are always bent, remember, and then I roll back. And then as I come up, I get that kick back. So again, I can really feel it in my abs, in my core, keeping going up nice and tall. If I had a weight here, I'd still be up nice and tall. Then I get that tricep drop over my head. Each time you go down, remember, it's your shoulders to the floor, but not your head. That's it, lovely, good. I get that roll. Really keeping those abs pulled in, that core work, really helping me through the front there to get that roll through my spine. Get up nice and tall. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Here, if you're using the band around the back of your head, if you're using your weight, it's just on your chest there. Okay, lovely, good. And I'm going to do a sit-up the whole way. My head really relaxed in that band. So I know a lot of people, they do seem to feel that they've got real pain around the back of their neck if they do too many sit-ups. Here, my neck is really relaxed. The weight of my head is in my triceps. So again, they're having to get another load of work. And I can really concentrate on my curl up each time. Getting those shoulders off the floor. Really working those erectus abs, the things of a long muscle strip right down through the front, connecting my top and my bottom half. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Towards the end of that band so I don't get that tricep kick back at the top. Okay, here we go. Dropping down. Shoulders hit the floor. Come back up again. Nice and tall. Work off your own body strength there. And get that push back. Good work. Getting that lift each time. Three, 2, 1. Good work. Down onto the floor. Knees still always bent. Hands forward. Weight of my head definitely in the band. So I can feel it on the back of my arms, that tricep. Good. And so I'm keeping it quite close. I don't extend my arms to get my head up. It's all done with my abs. And then my head can just rest in that band. Back of my neck is not feeling that tension. You have to really consciously think about that head being in the band, keeping it relaxed. And I'm getting up as far as I can in that sit-up. Without the band, you're just doing your normal sit-up. Three, two, one. Good work. Are we ready for our last 2 minutes on this circuit? You're doing really well. That's it, good. Building up that. Very little recovery, so I'm really working on my endurance here. Lovely, good. Coming up, getting that nice sit up, nice straight back, and then kick back with both of those arms. So rolling through that spine, and then that kick back. Lovely, good. Really feel that you're using that band right to the end if you can. Push back with those triceps. Last time we're doing this one, and then it's our last sit-up as well. Last few seconds now. 3, 2, and well done, good work. Okay, on to our last little bit. Okay, squeeze and come up. Feel you can perfect that sit up, getting the shoulder blades right off the floor, feeling in those long abs at 50 seconds of work. Last few seconds now. 3, 2, 1. Good work. We're staying here. This is my kicker. On my next one, I'm dropping down. Now do not hang off your shoulders. That's what I mean by hanging off your shoulders. Keep it up. Have your hands just onto your lower back, because you know your back is not going to drop as those knees come in, and it's going to be again about the core, my abs really stabilising me this time. Okay, are we ready? Just for a little kicker, we're only doing it once. Chest up and out, back nice and straight, in and out. Lovely, good. Do not let the legs drop your lower back when they come in, or arch your lower back when they go out. That's it, good. Just keeping up that nice flowing movement. 30 seconds left. Lovely, thinking up and out of those shoulders. 3, 2, 1, and good work, well done. Are we ready for our last circuit? Here we go, over onto our fronts. And I've now got the long band. So again, a lot about core and my legs on this one here. The band is long, it goes around that leg, then it comes under to here. I can put my heels of my palms on it, and I'm going to get that leg lift. It's going to lift. I'm going to use my inner thigh to get it over the other leg and then back again. So there's a lot of core work here as well. The weight's on my hands, and then I'm having to lift that leg using my glute and my inner thigh. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we're going to come back with that band and triceps. Out and in each time. Notice that my wrists are really straight at the end of each one. All the way through on one side, and then next time around all the way through on the other. If you do not have a band, you can do this one here, where we've got the weight. Again, I can lift it, bring it across, and then bring it down. So again, lift, squeeze it across, and then back down. My hip bones are always facing towards the floor, and then you can do the triceps. This is a double tricep. Remember, with that goblet, hold on it, and it goes all the way up without you leaning back, getting those nice straight elbows each time. Okay, so your weight or your band, this is the last circuit that we're doing. our 8 minutes of work. Core integral to all of this. Okay, are we ready to go? Just getting those position ready. Weight through my hands here so I know that is stretched the whole time. I get the lift, it comes over. Good, so I can feel it in my lower back. I stay nice and stable on that other knee. A lot of core work here. You'll really feel it through the side when you've got the leg lift. Good work. Up. Feel it on that inner thigh. 20 seconds left. I'm not letting my lower back dip as my leg comes up. My legs have to work hard, but so do my arms. 3, 2, 1, and good work, well done. I'm going to use the band for my triceps, but remember you can use that weight. Here we go. All the way down, all the way up. My core definitely pulled in. You can do this kneeling, you can do it standing, whichever way you want to do it. That's it, really working those arms. All the way down, all the way up with straight wrists at the end. Do not try to hook the wrists back. Work them strong, work the length of that arm. Belly button pulled into my spine. My zip and hollow arm between my hips. All those abs pulled in, my rib cage down and in on the side, especially where my arm lifts. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Okay, over to the other side. Foot, out. Lovely, good. Get that length, and off we go. That's it, good. Try and keep that length on the band if you can. So the work is through the core here, on that inner thigh as well. Really feel that work to keep you nice and stable through the middle. Good, 15 seconds left now. Just getting that leg up and over each time. 3, 2, 1. Good work, come in. Grab me that weight, if you're using the weight, or around here. And again, I've got that tightness on that band. I'm trying to keep it tight whilst I extend it as well. So that band never goes floppy. Even here, just keep that resistance going. Work hard, that's it, good. Coming up into your 4th minute. All the way down, all the way up. Really work those arms. Core pulled in. Arms having to work hard on both of these. Keeping me forward in that shape whilst my legs do the work. And here, really getting that length on the band. Almost here. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. I'm back to my first leg for my second half of this last circuit. Okay, so I've got that even. That's it, lovely, good. Then down. Okay, we're straight on. Here we go. That's it, good. Keep on checking that that hip is towards the floor, the one where the leg is lifting. The other one has to stay stable all the time for me. Good, really working that core and that hamstring, then the inner thigh to get that leg across as a whole unit with that tension on it. Tension on my arms to keep those bands underneath my hands. Really feel that you can put your weight through the front there as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and well done. Bringing that in. Okay, back to my first arm on the up, the other one on the way down. Really lengthen that band each time. If you can, really keep that tension on, even if afterwards you have to let a little bit of it off. Best to work it hard at the beginning. "25 seconds left. Three, two, one. Lovely, good. On the other leg. Okay, up and over. Good work. Last time doing it on this leg. Really work those inner thigh to get that in and out. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. Are we ready? On our last arm, those triceps. Okay, core definitely pulled in. Here we go. The last minute of work. Then we just have one more kicker at the end, and you are done. Lovely, good. Pushing all the way down, all the way up. "25 seconds left on these triceps. Really feel that those fist goes towards the floor, it goes towards the ceiling. You hold it out and you squeeze. Here we go, last 15. A bit achy now on the triceps. Three, two, one. Lovely, good. Our last exercise is going to be, there is going to be work on the arms, and it's going to be into a bridge here, and it's going to be the rainbow bridge. So here we go. Working our obliques, working our arms, as we get that weight side to side. Weight fairly even between my toes and my elbows there. If you feel your toes going away from you, just shuffle them back in again. And this is your last 50 seconds, of which you've now only got 26 left. Good work. So don't bring the hips up too. Try not to swing the hips. Really push through your oblique each side. You've done really, really well here. It's tough, but there's little or no recovery. Just getting into that new position each time. Good. Last few seconds now. 3, 2, 1. And good work. Well done. Okay, you're coming off that timer. I'm just going to stay on that. Just that music, just to get us into that mood again. Just a nice stretch out. So I'm sitting back. If you cannot sit back right on your knees there and open them up, you can still push up. You're just not sitting right back if you can. And get that upper back stretch for me. Lovely, good. Then I'm going to leave my forehead on the floor or my little position here, depending on how far down you are on your knees. And roll your shoulders down away from your ears, and then get that lift. Lovely, good. As I come down, I'm going to come up. I'm going to take that forward, dropping down through the middle there, and get me that lift. And here on the triceps, you can really feel that. good. So I was just sinking down. So I've got my hip flexor stretch going on, my front of thigh, my rib cage is down in it, but then those triceps, really happy with that stretch going out. Okay, so come back, I'm just going to do a little hamstring stretch out, just with that leg at the front there, pushing your hips back. Really feel you've got the hips lifted, and then it's a drop forward. Good work, and now I'm going to come onto both knees again, and this time I'm just going to do a hurdle stretch forward with the other leg, sinking into it, so I've really got my weight right through the middle. My sip and hollow is on, and I've got that stretch out on the front of that other leg. Then when I'm there, I can do that stretch out on the triceps too. Good, really hold me that stretch, just sinking into it, sip and hollow on, so I'm not leaning back, and I've got that nice tricep stretch going on. Lovely, good. As I come back, either sitting right back on it or just pushing your bottom back and then tipping over. So you've really got the most out of that stretch. Lovely, good. As I come up, I'm going to do the downward dog stretch. So again, you can get those legs quite wide. If you feel it helps you to really push those hips up and back, you can walk your hands towards your feet, stretching the upper back, and feeling it out of the lower back and then down the backs of the legs. And that's it, getting the most out of that stretch. You can walk your hands back until I'm back to here. You can bend your knees, or if you feel happy, just keep them fairly straight, and then zip and tip and come up. So again, it's like that tabletop, and then I come up all the way up to the top. Just roll those shoulders back, open out those arms. Lovely, good. Just getting that chest stretch out. Lovely, good. I'm just going to get a little bit of movement there. I'm just going to come down either side. Tipping forward, pushing your hips back. 4, 3, 2, 1. My core pulled in. Just getting that roll. And then round the other way. Lovely, good. I'm going to get that tip forward. Hips, push them back, come to your tabletop here, then interlock the fingers and then do the roll. So my legs are still straight, and I'm getting that stretch between my shoulder blades. Lovely, good. I'm going to come up, back up to that tabletop position. Up, just squeeze the glutes there. Lovely, good. Just one whoosh down, back up, little whoosh at the bottom there, and up, back into the middle there. Deep breath in, and then on the breath out. Lovely, good. I hope you enjoyed that. If you do press the little subscribe button as well, just so I know that you're there and then you're enjoying it. And I enjoy teaching it to you, so I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye for now.